Welcome you all to the course Database Management System. Myself Mohammad Asifuddin Mundal, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Narula Institute of Technology. This is lecture number 11 of this particular course. And these are the topics which I am going to cover during my lecture. First, I will discuss what is view, then view definition, then what is the difference between view and assignment operation, and then I will discuss how to update through view. Now, before discussing the view definition, means how to define a view, we need to know what is view. Actually, up to this point of time, whatever the relation or whatever the table we have discussed so far, all actually belongs to the logical level model and they are assumed to be in the database. That means all the relation or all the table what we have discussed so far, they are supposed to be in the database. They are supposed to be stored in the database. That means they have the physical existence. They store in the hard disks. And as we know, the one of the important characteristics of a database management system is the security. If a system is much more secure, then we will consider that particular database management system is a good database management system. So security consideration is the important criteria of any system. And security criteria and the security constraint is that we should not expose all the data or all the relation of a particular database to all the user. Certain set of data should not be exposed to a specific group of user. Means we need to hide certain set of information from specific group of user. So that kind of security constraint needs to be imposed on database management system, and that kind of security consideration can be imposed with the help of view. Now, how it is going to be happen, I will discuss it later, but before, what is view? Actually, view is any relation that is not part of logical model but is made visible to user as a virtual relation is called view. That means view is a kind of relation, but they are not belongs to a logical model. They are not supposed to be exist in the database. Actually, they have no physical existence, but they have virtual existence. So they are actually virtual relation. So view is basically a virtual relation, not the actual relation. So if we take an example, suppose a bank employee needs to see the information about only the customer name and their corresponding branch name and the loan number. Suppose that bank employee no need to see the exact loan amount. So if we provide that bank employee with the two relation borrower and loan, then that particular bank employee will be able to get the whole set of data from borrower or loan. That means from the borrower and loan, that particular bank employee will be able to see the customer name, the loan number, branch name, as well as he or she will be able to fetch the exact loan amount of that particular customer. But our intuition is not to expose the loan amount of the customer to the bank employee. So if we provide the bank employee with the two relation borrower and loan, he or she will be easily able to fetch the total record, customer name, customer information, as well as their corresponding loan amount. So this is kind of violation of security. So in that case, we can use a customized relation, customized version of relation which contains only customer name and loan number and the branch name, and that customized relation may not belongs to the logical model. They may not have existence in the database. They may be represented as a virtual relation, means a view. Now, how to create a view? With the help of this statement, create view v as query expression. Now here create view is the statement, the command by which we can create a view. Now here v is a name of the view. We can give any meaningful name to a view. Then what will be the structure of view? Structure and the records, the information which is going to be stored in the view, that will be based on by evaluation of that query expression. So Here we can write any relational algebra query expression. So once that query expression is evaluated, based on that query, the structure and the record will be stored in the view. Once the view is defined, we can use the view name, that view name can be used to refer to the virtual relation, and then we can execute any kind of query on the view. And another important thing, that view definition is not same as creating a new relation by evaluating the query expression. That means the view definition and the temporary relation have significance difference, but I will discuss it later in that lecture. Also, rather, a view definition causes the saving of an expression. The expression is substituted in query using the view. That also is going to be discussed later in that tutorial. So how to create a view? Take an example. Suppose take another example. Suppose a bank employee only needs to see the information regarding their customer, and the bank employee only needs to see the customer name and the branch name. All the customer name and the branch name, irrespective of whether they have loan, whether they have account, only he or she needs to see the name of the customer and their corresponding branch name. Then the bank don't intend to expose the exact loan amount or the exact amount of money which they have in their bank account. So that is a security concern. We cannot expose the loan amount, we cannot expose the amount exists in the particular account, so that this data should be hidden from the bank employee. For that, we need to create a virtual relation. That means we need to create a personalized collection of relation, which is a virtual relation, not belongs to the actual physical relation. For that, we need to create a view. So we have to write the command create view, then we have to give a meaningful name. This is all customer, the name of the view is all customer. Then we have to define the view. How to define view? As with that set of query, using this relational algebra query, we are going to define the view all customer. Now pi branch name comma customer name, depositor natural join account, as I have already explained the natural join operation in my previous lecture. Now depositor natural join account means this operation will combine the information from depositor and account, and it contains those customer name who have an account. From that, we are only selecting branch name and customer name. Union, and this relational algebra query are performing borrower natural join loan, means this operation will combine the information from borrower and loan, and it contains the information of those customer who have a loan, and from that in relation we are only selecting the branch name and customer name. So this branch name and customer name are the customer and the branch name who have an account, and this customer name and branch name correspond to those customer who have a loan. And if you do the union operation, that means we'll be able to get all the customer and their corresponding branch name irrespective of whether they have a loan or account. So this whole set of definition defines the all customers. That means the view all customer defined as a this relational algebra expression. So that is how we can create a view. And important point, a very important point, is that once the view is defined, view is not going to contain the record, the tuples. Rather, view stored in a database as a definition. Let's go back to the previous slide. View definition causes the saving of an expression. The expression is substituted in the query using view. That means when we define a view, when you create a view, then that query expression is saved, means the definition of, and this is known as definition of the view. That query expression is known as definition of the view. And when you create a view, only the definition of the view is stored. rather the tuple, the records. That means if you create the view all customer, then all customer view is not going to store the tuple or the record of the customer name and the branch name. It is not going to store at all the customer name and the branch name. Record will not be there. Rather, the view all customer stores that particular definition. Stores that particular. That means whenever the all customer view is going to be referred in the any other relational algebra query, the SQL engine will execute that definition only. Next, move on to the next example. We can execute the query with the help of this view. We can find all customer. We can find name of all the customer who belongs to the Perry's branch name. So here I am using view rather than using relation. So all customer is a view. Then we are selecting only those record whose branch name is Perry's and then pi customer name. Now look at that query. When we try to execute that relational algebra expression or that query, then the query processor actually execute all customer view. That means the query processor will replace the view name all customer with the definition of view. That means graphically we can represent that way. Whenever query processor encounter the view name all customer, then query processor actually replace the name of the view, which is all customer, with the definition of view all customer. So that definition will be replaced over here, and then query processor execute that definition. Means then the query processor execute that definition, and if you execute and if the query processor execute that definition, it will produce a relation over here which have two attribute customer name and branch name with a set of data, the set of records having a customer name and the branch name irrespective of whether they have account or loan. And then from that temporary relation, selection operation will be performed. It will select only those records whose branch name is Perry's, and from there on it will select only customer name. Again I am repeating it. When you execute the particular query, then query processor whenever encounters a view, here query processor encounters the view is all customer, then query processor replace the view all customer as a definition of all customer view, and this is the definition of all customer. So this is replaced by definition of view, which is this one. So query processor will then execute that definition. So once this is execute, that query expression execute, here a relation will be generated with the two attribute customer name and branch name, and it contains the customer name and the branch name information, whether the customer has an account or loan, and from that relation that selection operation will be performed, and thereon we are only selecting the customer name. So it's a very important point is that whenever we create a view, it does not mean that that view contains the corresponding information or the corresponding tuple. Rather, when you create a view, DBMS, what it does, it actually store the definition of the view. Means it store the expression, resultant expression or the relational algebra expression which defines the view, rather than storing the actual record. And whenever the view name is encountered in the relational algebra query, the query processor replace the view name with the definition of the view. That is how view works. Next point is the difference between view and assignment operation. So what is the difference between view and assignment operation? Actually, view definition differs from Relational algebra assignment operation, how it differs. Let's take an example. Suppose we are performing assignment operation first. So pi branch name comma customer name depositor natural gen account means this branch name and customer name will give the customer name and branch name who have an account, and that subquery will give you the customer name and branch name who have a loan. And if you perform union operation, then from that expression we are getting the branch name and the customer name who have either account or loan or both, and that set of records or that relation are stored in another relation R1, and this is the assignment operation. Assignment operation means it assigns the relation to his left hand side relation. So R1 is that temporary relation or another relation whose schema is consists of two attributes, and the attribute name is the branch name and customer name, and with a set of data. So R1 contains all the customer name and the branch name information. We have either account or loan or both. This is the normal assignment operation. Now, as I have mentioned, view. If you create the all customer view, this is the view definition. This is the view definition. Let me point it out. This is the view definition. So as I have already mentioned, when we create a view all customer, DBMS is not going to store with the actual data, rather the database management system store the definition of the view. That means you can think of as if when you create a view, then view name all customer will be associated with that definition only. Means view name is mapped with a particular view definition. So what happened is that, suppose we have created the relation R1 at the time of T1. So at the time of T1, when R1 gets created, R1 contains only those customer name and branch name which belongs to this for relation. Now assume that at the time of T2 we are using the relation R1 in other relation. Again I am repeating, suppose at the time of T2 we are using this temporary relation R1 in other relational algebra expression, and also assume that at the point of T2, suppose the content of depositor account, the content of borrower loan gets modified. That means some new customer has added in the account or gets deleted, or some new customer gets added to the loan relation, or some customer gets deleted from the loan relation. In a single word, we can say that at the time of T2, the depositor account, borrower loan, these four databases are for this four relation are gets updated, data are changed. So what happened when we are executing the R1 in other relation at the time of T2, R1 is not gets modified. That means changes in depositor account, borrower and loan are not reflected in R1, because R1 is calculated at the time of T1. That is why R1 contains only those information, those are belongs to these four relation at the time of T1. But once at the time of T2, these four relation are gets updated with new data, but this data, new set of data is not reflected. The change in these four relation are not reflected in the relation R1. So that is why if you execute the other query with the help of R1 at the point of T2, then we are getting the wrong information. But if you, in case of view, this is not going to happen, because database management system only store the definition of the view. So if you use the view name whenever in the relational algebra query, the query processor actually replace the view name with the view definition. So when you replace the view definition, then query processor execute the view definition and access the actual relation depositor account, borrower and loan. So whatever the changes are there, it will be reflected in the view. The next topic is update through view. How we can update through view. Actually, view are very useful tool for our query execution, but they still have some kind of problem if we use the view for update, insertion or deletion with them. The difficulty is that a modification to the database expressed in terms of view must be translated to a modification to the actual relation in the logical model of the database. So take an example. Suppose consider the person who needs to see all loan data in the loan relation except amount. So we have to create a view which only give the which is only going to store the person name. Person with branch loan is defined as create view loan branch as by branch name comma loan number. So from the loan relation we are only fetching two attribute, branch name and loan number. We are not including the amount. So this view loan branch or branch loan, the branch loan view only stores the information of branch name and loan number. It excludes the loan amount. And then after creating view, suppose we are performing this operation on the view. This is the view name, then view name union Paris comma L37. That means this is actually insertion operation. We are inserting the Paris branch with the corresponding loan number L37. This data is going to be inserted in the branch loan. Means already branch loan view have some data along with that. So whenever query expression encounters the view name branch loan, actually this will be replaced with at this definition, and that means query processor will execute this expression over here and it will produce a set of tuple. Along with this set of tuple, this new tuple will be added and will be stored in the view. Now the point is that this insertion must be represented by an insertion into the relation loan. Since loan relation is the actual relation from which the DBMS construct the view branch loan. So, however, to insert a record or to insert a tuple into a loan, we must have some value for the field against amount. But here we are not providing the amount. Actually, this is the insertion to view. The point is that I am repeating, whenever we are trying to insert a record to view, that insertion should be represented by an insertion operation into the original relation from where the view is created. So that insertion operation should be represented as an insertion operation into the original relation loan, because that view is originated from original relation loan. So if this insertion operation is to be represented as if we are inserting the data into the loan relation. But as the loan relation have, apart from branch name loan number, it has another attribute, the amount. So we need to add the amount also. For that, how to deal with that? Two options are there. Either reject the insertion operation. Why? Because here is the amount is missing. So reject the insertion operation and return an error message to the user. And other option is that insert a tuple Paris L37 null into loan relation. So these are basically the problem of view when we are updating through view. So these 2 points I have already discussed. The insertion into loan require value for amount, but the insertion can be done by either rejecting the insertion or inserting a tuple like in that manner, providing a null value, providing a null value against the amount. Next thing, some update through view are almost impossible to translate into the database relation object. For example, suppose we are creating a view V. Definition is select branch name, page on account. As we know, account relation have three field or three attribute: account number, branch name, and the amount, where account number is the primary key. But once we create a view V with that definition, then V will contain only a single attribute, which is branch name. And suppose we are try to update the view V, we try to update the account relation with the help of view V. Then in the view, what we have, only one field, branch name, page. So if we write V union then branch name, then that means we are missing with the account number and the amount. So what is the option? Either to reject the operation, or other option is to insert a tuple with the account number null, then branch name is anything, and comma, again amount is null. But the point is that the account number is a primary key, so it cannot be null. So update through view, the insertion operation cannot be represented as the insertion operation in the actual relation. So it's very difficult to update through view. And another problem here is that, consider this one, all customer is view which have only two field, branch name and the customer, and we suppose we are try to update through view all customer. We are adding this record, the Paris branch, and the customer name is John. So that insertion should be reflected into the original relation. That means it should reflect it in borrower. Means if you go back to the previous slide, as all customer view is generated from depositor account, borrower loan. These four are the parent relation from which the all customer is created. So while inserting the data first, while updating the data or inserting data through the view all customer, we have to decide in which relation we have to update. There are four relations, in which relation we need to update. So you have to decide, so have to choose where we need to insert the data, whether we need to insert the data in a loan or account. Also, while inserting the data, the field is loan number or account number is missing. So again, what we should do, whether we fill it with null or create a new loan number or account number. So these are the problem of view in case of updation. The next thing is view defined using other view. That means one view can be used to define other view. So one view may be used in the expression defining another view. That means suppose we have a existing view. With the help of this existing view, we can create another view. So with the help of existing view, whatever the view we have, we can use them to create another view. And suppose a view relation v1 is said to be dependent directly on another view v2 if v2 is used to create to define the view v1. And a view v is said to be recursive. A view may be recursive if it is dependent on itself. That means a view is used to create another view. So this is called as recursive view. And this is the reference. For more details, you can consult with these two books regarding